All right, we're live.
What the fuck?
All right, you're live.
This
All right, we're live.
freaking phone.
Hey guys, sorry a few minutes late. I forgot to change out the stream key. What's up, Val's Variety Venue? I'm gonna guess you're Valerie Walsh. Hey Daisy. Hey Ozzy. Hey Aries. Hey you two minion. Hey Rosebush. Hey Mar. So this channel has been steadily dying slowly. So if I get like 50 people in here tonight, I'll be fucking happy. I've taken a big hit on this channel. Like I'm down like 30 subs. Hey Maggie. So it's time to build it back up. Whiskey's here. He's having a little technical issue. He's got a new love. You're in. Hey Dee Dee.
Oh my gosh. So tell me when we're gonna go live.
We are live.
It's fucking. Oh, are we right now? All right. Because yeah, I lost you for a minute.
So like I said, thank you, Supercell. If we get to 50, I'll be happy. Because this channel's really taking a hit, hardcore. But I have some good news. I have some things to discuss. I'm not familiar with anyone here. That's okay, Daisy Lady. Hey, Wild Irish. You love me in yellow. Thank you. Hey, Capone. Hey, Stacy. Stacy, you haven't been around in a while. Steve. Steve, by the way, Wags wants you on panel for the man-woman debate. I think he needs someone to hold his hand. Everyone's saying hi.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you? I'm here in the shaggin' wagon. I'm actually sitting on the passion pit right now.
Hey, Jill. Jill, you haven't been around either for a while. Nah, thanks, guys. So, a couple things. First things first. Does everyone share their paranormal experiences? Yep. If we get enough people in. So, Daisy Lady, how'd you find us? How'd you find me? Wags really doesn't need an introduction, but if you don't know, there's Whiskey. And you can check out his channel at Star WhiskeyOG Star. Well, that's cool, Daisy. Oh, okay. And Steve, it's Val's Variety Venue is Valerie Walsh. Well, then again, Val, you have a wrench, so. All right, so first thing, as I'm watching this number, God, this is really bad. But first things first, I'm working on a new case. And I'm doing a video for it. It's probably my best video yet, the way I'm piecing it together. I'm kind of using some advice from some bigger YouTubers and about the video and how to do it. So the way it's coming out so far really is my best video yet. Patreons will get it tomorrow. General public will get it on Sunday. But it's really good. It's coming out really good. And I don't even know if I should tell you the case, but Whiskey wants to do work with me on it. So it'll be even better. But I thought one way, and then after watching the full interrogation, I kind of think he might be coerced. But even though he was found guilty, so there's a lot to it. But it's a really interesting case. And if I tell you guys the case, then you're going to go look stuff up. And I don't want you to look stuff up yet. So you're going to have to wait. It is very intriguing. It's a really good case, and it's from right around my hometown. I'll give you guys a hint. It's from right around my hometown. It happened in 2016, and she was beautiful. She was young, vibrant, had a whole life ahead of her, and was tragically murdered in a park. And that's all I'm going to tell you guys. And she was 30. So that's it. All right, we're at 41. We're almost getting there. How young? She was 30.
Here, give me just a second. I'll be right back.
All right. She was 30 years old.
See if Steve wants to come up.
Steve, Boggs wants to know if you want to hold his hand. Me? Jill, you want to come up? So, and if you're from New York, then you know the case. Happened in 2016, Howard Beach. So now that I gave you that much, I might as well just tell you the case. No, that's a different fundraiser. I don't want to say the name wrong. Hold on, because I'm going to end up saying the name wrong. I don't want to give the name away. I mean, I don't want to say the name wrong. Got it. Karina Vetrano. Don't go searching the whole case up. But it's Karina Vetrano. And it happened in Howard Beach, New York. And it is, I don't know, there's something about it that after guilty, he was sentenced to life. But there's something about it that just doesn't, when you watch the confession tomorrow, you guys will know what I mean. Or Sunday for general public, you'll totally know what I mean. But don't go looking it up. I'm just throwing that out there. But it's really going to be good. I'm itchy again. You know what? I think I'm allergic to the body wash I'm using. No K debate tonight. She never got a hold of me again. She asked me to do it, and then she never got a hold of me again. Hey, Poppy. Never heard of her. The case made national attention. I don't want to give away too much because of the way I'm piecing together the video, but there are certain things that you're going to see in the video that are kind of similar to things that happen in Making a Murderer. The killer is 20 years old. Kind of reminded me of Brendan in a way. But all Making a Murderer people, that's kind of why I wanted to open it up on this channel, because I know this is where my Making a Murderer people are if they ever come back to me. And there's just some similarities that pretty intriguing. So, but he was sentenced to life. There was DNA involved. There was things that make it where he does kind of seem guilty, but you guys see what I mean. So from that, I'm moving on from that. Thank you, Poppy. But with my, we got 50, yay. For Making a Murderer people. For the people of Wisconsin, there's a couple things to discuss tonight that I want to get out of the way. Then we can get into some paranormal stuff. But someone from MAM sent me something today that I was absolutely blown away by. I was like, no fucking way. So everyone remembers the Jamie Kloss when she was kidnapped and the guy that did it, right? You guys all remember that, right? Hey, Serenity. You're a Wisconsin, Daisy? Then you probably know this. Hey, Mom Without a Watch. Hey, Telco. Hey, Relevant Me. Okay, so check this out. Did you guys know this? I did not know this until today. So the Wisconsin, let me put this over here. Hold on. Hey, Steph. So the Wisconsin Department of Corrections erased any record of the guy that kidnapped Jamie Kloss and killed her parents from its inmate database. Yes, they fucking erased it. 22-year-old Jake Patterson was moved to an out-of-state facility on July 15th. DOC officials declined to reveal where out of concern for his safety. The agency has declined to elaborate. The Green Bay Press Gazette, and I'll put the link in the comments when I'm done. Green Bay Press Gazette reports Patterson's name have been removed from the Department of Corrections online inmate locator. DOC spokesman Molly Vidal told the newspaper that the agency decides on a case-by-case basis whether someone is included in the locator. Patterson also doesn't appear on the state sex offender registry, despite being ordered to register as part of his sentence. Wisconsin Freedom of Information Council President Bill Loiters says it's outrageous to conceal Patterson's whereabouts. That's insane. It's one thing to protect a prisoner. I get prisoners' rights. That's not prisoners' rights. They fucking removed him. That can't be right. And why is he not on? Hey, Ben, and why is he not on the, maybe change the name to Peterson? Wouldn't be a far stretch. But you know what I'm saying, though? Why would they do that? Like, wow. He's supposed to register even now. Hey, Mandy. Even now he's supposed to register. Hey, Laura. I just think that's crazy. How do you erase him from the inmate locator list? I've never heard of them doing that. But that's not even the craziest thing to come out of Wisconsin. I got some from Aries today that was like, wow. But I don't want to like jump too fast, you know? So what do you guys think of that? Hey, Bonnie. He probably not on a locator because he snitched on other inmates. That's possible. But that's crazy, though. Like, how the fuck could that happen? That's insane. Like, out of his concern for safety. But everyone knows where Jamie Kloss is. You know, you're not protecting her out of safety. I don't know. It's insane. Don't give away all your secrets. Maybe he made a deal on another case that they didn't know about. He got life, right? He got life. He didn't get death. He got life. I just think it's insane. Like, wow. I don't know. I just thought it was wrong. Maybe he's going to be a witness. Yeah, but you can't, even if that's the case, like even if there was something to it, you can't just erase somebody out of an inmate directory. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he disappeared? What if he escapes from prison? How are you going to find him? How are you going to prove he's even at that prison? I don't know. I just think it's wrong. I need to research this. Which case? Jamie Kloss case? Or the one I told you about? You can't research it yet, Maggie. You have to wait. You have to totally wait. Hey, Survivor. Laura looks nice tonight. Thank you, Ben. Wags is behind the black screen. He's having some technical difficulties. That's what I'm saying, Irrelevant. It makes no sense to just wipe records. Like, that's just crazy. So, he got life at no parole. Yeah, he doesn't have a chance of getting out. There's no possible way he'll ever get out of prison. But still, according to one source, he was moved to New Mexico, says Daisy. He might have been. Or maybe he went to Colorado and him and Chris exchanged. It is bizarre. So another thing to come out of Wisconsin. I have two more things to come out of Wisconsin. One is out of Manitowoc County. So I discussed this on my other channel. But you guys know the Ethan Haschultz case that I'm covering. They were supposed to go to trial already. They're not going to trial till November. That's why I've been pretty silent on it. But the mom of the 15-year-old who like has a YouTube channel and she seemed perfectly fine, she was actually found incompetent to stand trial. I don't know how. I don't know why. But yeah, she's now incompetent to stand trial. So she's probably going to get put in a psych ward for a little while and then be done. I don't know how she got away with it. Where's my girl Tawanda? Tawanda's good. Tawanda's going through some stuff. She just needed a break. We can see her hair better tonight. It's gorgeous. Thanks, Bonnie. So yeah, so I don't know how she got where she's at. But yeah, so the other two are going to trial and she's incompetent to stand trial. I don't get it. I really don't. Marty, he won't do it. I tried. I talked to him for hours last night. Finally, when he got snippy, I just gave up. I said, all right, don't do it then. Don't do it. I was worried about... No, she's good. I spoke to her this morning. I will, Val. I told her I missed her. The New Mexico Correctional Department has confirmed Jake Patterson been transferred to one of its prisons from the Dodge Correctional Facility. All right. But this was printed... Yeah, this was July 24th. Hard to prove incompetence. I know, but she, on her YouTube channel, she seems perfectly fine. Like, there's no reason for her to not be able to stand trial. So, but yeah, she got away with it. So the third thing I want to tell you guys came out of my beautiful and awesome mod, Aries. Let me just pull it up. Hold on. All right. It's not on YouTube. So I can play the audio. I'm not going to play the video, though, because then I'll get in trouble. And if for some reason I get shut down, which I doubt I will, but if for some reason I got shut down, we'll go to my other channel. But yeah, the audio should be fine, especially because it's not even on YouTube. Hey, Galway girl. So, all right, so check this out. Out of Wisconsin, it's an old story, but being that we're talking so much about Wisconsin today, I don't know what the follow-up was. Let me, actually, before I even play this, let me say the follow-up so I can follow through with it. I didn't know it was that old. Hold on. It's from last year. Hey, Misbehaving. So this is a case to discuss, though. Hey, Bodie. And I'll tell you why it's up for discussion. Hold on. I just want to see what the follow-up was. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with a question to you guys. Whoops. What's up, Steve DeMane? All right, I'm going to start with a question to you guys. You got to mute.
I don't wanna.
Well, you have to, or I boot you.
Meanie.
I know, right? All right, you got to lower that. It's too loud.
Lower what?
You have some kind of
Bossy
TV.
Wits?
Don't make me mute you. All right. So I got a question for you guys. While I smoke, I got a question. Do you think that a 10-year-old is capable of knowing what they're doing when they commit murder?
If they were taught right from wrong when they were brought up, yes.
But do you think a 10-year-old has the ability to truly understand right from wrong?
Yes.
Starry eyes, we don't care. I believe it's rare, but yes. No, not. See, Valerie, I'm with you. It is a deep question, Daisy. Okay, Bonnie, I'm with you as well. I think each kid is different. Okay, Bodie, I can go with that. All right, how many of you guys have kids? And how many of you have immature kids? Like an immature 10-year-old that would do anything to cover up something they did? I agree, Survivor. It does depend on the 10-year-old. All right, so what I mean by that is, so my son, my little one is 11. He's 11 going on 17. He's extremely mature. He knows right from wrong. He's, he still has his moments of being a kid, but he really is a mature kid. His cousin, who's only 6 months younger than him, is very immature. And it's like night and day talking to both of them, even though they're only 6 months apart. So I can see his cousin covering up something because they get scared, rather than my son who would come to me and tell me. Don't understand consequence. Okay, Jill, I'll go with that. Mine are too old to kids to even though they act it sometimes. Because I could just see like a mistake happening and a kid covering it up. But do you think I'm going to get to the next, that's a different question. I don't think they should be tried as an adult at all. But I agree with Survivor. Hey, 4 scores. I agree with Survivor that it totally depends on the kid.
I think they should be tried as an adult, but sentenced as a juvenile.
Okay, I could see that. That I can definitely see.
They'll learn that, hey, I screwed up. I got consequences to pay.
Yes, but do they really understand? But they weren't 9, Irrelevant Me, were they? They were old. They were a little older. They were like 13 and 14, if I remember correctly. Depends. My son has ADHD, knows what is wrong, but is too impulsive to stop behavior. DD, okay. That's kind of where I'm getting at. But Steve has a good point, though. And that is they should be tried as an adult, but sentenced as a juvenile. I could live with that.
I mean, all these young kids that are getting put into jail, these teenagers that are getting put into jail and given life sentences, it's for the birds. If they ever do get out, what are they going to know? All they're going to know is all the crap they learned in jail.
Exactly. I agree with that. And they're going to be totally institutionalized. Do we know the particulars of his kid? No, but I'm going to get to the story. All right, so here's the original story from November 6th of 2018.
Into court, charged with first-degree murder. She's comforted by her mom as the judge orders her held on $50,000 bail. And look, $50,000 bail. And look, as she leans close to her dad,
she's 10 years
you can
old.
see there are handcuffs on her tiny wrists. The charge is shocking. The murder of a baby boy at a daycare center outside Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
City first responders, a male child. Caller states he was napping. He's having a hard time breathing and his head is swelling.
County Sheriff Jim Kowalczyk said the baby died 2 days later.
Injuries sustained by the 6-month boy was not an accident.
The little girl was living with foster parents who run a daycare center. She told police she was holding the baby when the baby accidentally fell out of her arms and hit his head on a footstool. She says she panicked and began stomping on the baby's head to stop him from crying. An imprint of the 10-year-old girl's shoe was found on the baby's head.
The disconnect is just mind-boggling. A crime could not be more horrific. And
I disagree with him.
The culprit, allegedly a 10-year-old girl, it's so hard for the system to sort that out.
The girl's parents say she has a history of severe emotional problems. They have tried repeatedly to get her help, but have been told she's too young to be admitted to a mental health facility. Now the disturbing sight of a frightened 10-year-old charged with the ultimate crime.
That is the case. I totally disagree with that guy. Totally disagree. Granted, it was horrific. And it was absolutely horrible. But she's 10 years old. And even in Alabama, Florida, and New York, I can't get him in to see somebody for his issues the way that I want because they're too young to he's too young to be diagnosed. So they're not lying about that. I absolutely believe that they were telling the truth that she's too young to be admitted because they don't want to admit it. They always say it's behavioral problems. No, if you know what the core is, but if this girl has that many issues, she should have been submitted and she should be diagnosed. So there's like a lot to this case that speaks volumes about what's wrong with the system. And since, like I said, since we're on this like Wisconsin night, I figured it was really good to throw in. Now, it does say that she's the follow-up, and I was looking for the follow-up. It says that she's death ruled incompetent to stand trial. I would imagine that because she's 10 years old. So this goes back to my original question. Does a 10-year-old who has psychological issues understand what she did, or was she really trying to cover it up? I tend to believe that a 10-year-old that's fucked up is probably going to try to shut the kid up by stomping on his head. I have 3 kids. Thankfully, they're good kids. But it reminds me of, and I know it's not the same, but you spill something on the floor, so let's put a towel over it so mom doesn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't think this girl did it intentionally. I don't think she did it to kill this baby, because what's the motive? There is no motive. And she's been around babies before. I do think she dropped him, and I do think she stomped him to get him to stop crying so people would know she did it. To be charged with first-degree murder, I think is horrific. Granted, if it was my baby, I may feel differently, but why was a 10-year-old even holding a baby at a daycare? To me, the daycare needs to be responsible for that as well. We cannot allow a child with these issues, oh, hey, Jackie, to be in society among other vulnerable children. I may continue. Continue. It was the foster parents. I hold them more accountable for allowing her to be alone with the baby. It was at a daycare. Yeah, it was at a daycare. So the girl who's not being identified was at a foster parent's home in Tilden when she allegedly... it wasn't a daycare. I don't know. Maybe the parents owned a daycare. All right, so the story is a 10-year-old girl accused of killing a 6-month-old baby at a Wisconsin daycare last year has been ruled not competent to stand trial. The girl, who is not identified, was at a foster parent's home in Tilden when she allegedly dropped the baby boy on October 30th, prosecutors said. The child hit his head on a footstool and began crying, at which point the girl started panicking. She panicked and didn't know what to do and didn't want to get in trouble, and then proceeded to stomp on the 6-month-old's head. James Patterson ruled Tuesday that the girl was incompetent to stand trial after hearing the testimony of 2 psychologists who had spoken to the girl in recent months. The girl sat quietly throughout the proceedings, prompting Assistant Attorney General Richard DeFore to point out that she had the capacity to control her behavior, the paper reported. I don't agree. Psychologists who testified painted a different picture. Deborah Collins said the girl was suffering post-traumatic stress disorder as well as disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, making her likely to have violent outbursts. Another psychologist said that she was incompetent to stand trial. He said he also believed the girl should not be tried as an adult. Both psychologists said a girl had a history of trauma, telling the judge home environment was less than optimal. Both psychologists believe with treatment, the girl could become competent to stand trial eventually. The girl is charged first-degree intentional homicide by someone aged 10 or older. She's currently in custody, Department of Human Services. That's insane to me.
I think that's crazy. That's crazy shit right there.
I agree.
Steve Whip out?
No, he's here. He was. Yeah,
I'm
he's
still here. I'm just waiting for you to shut your yap.
Either way, the child should have treatment. Absolutely, a child should have treatment. Hands down. But this last one I just read was from March 6th. Like, just so you guys know, not like I'm not prepared, but I literally got this like 10 minutes before I went live. So I don't know much about it. But I do kind of remember the case.
I think that the child should be tried as an adult, sentenced as a juvenile, be given full psychological testing, and the people that run the daycare where this kid created all this havoc should get their ass kicked.
Okay.
And they should get put in jail too.
There you go.
All right, so here's a follow-up. The latest report I could find is from May 29th, so less than 3 months ago. Decision by Wisconsin to charge a 10-year-old girl as an adult after her actions tragically led to the death of an infant late last year raises serious questions about the status and progress of criminal reform justice in our country, especially in Wisconsin. Incidents of children this young committing homicide are rare, but when they happen, they rock communities and test our collective will to remain steadfast in the belief that there is no such thing as a bad kid. Trauma plays a role. These are horribly tragic events, but our government system should not compound that tragedy by throwing a child in need of rehabilitation into an adult system. I absolutely agree with that. 10-year-old girl was said to have a history of trauma and was deemed incapable of fully grasping her consequences. During her recent court appearance, a judge in the case found her incompetent to stand trial. Expert says a child may eventually become competent and placed in a stable, non-traumatic environment. The state is not moving forward with charging her. The state is not only moving forward with charging her, but they are charging her as an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Like I said, I could see charging her and trying her as an adult, but being of her age, she should be sentenced as a juvenile.
In New Hampshire, an 11-year-old boy shot and killed 2 adults in March. The boy was charged as a juvenile, a decision that will hopefully get the child and the help and support that he needs.
Let me scoot back in the chair a little bit. Just a little bit. Can't see it. If you just scoot back a little bit, it'll be fine.
Stories of children hurting others are heart-wrenching. All right, so that's the latest.
She committed an adult crime, so she should be tried as an adult. Sentenced as a juvenile, but tried like an adult.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's crazy. That's just absolutely crazy.
You got the crazy ones.
If they can find out if this kid is mentally unstable, then I don't think institutionalizing this kid would do anything good. I really don't.
It's not going to do anything good. There's nothing that's going to come out of it that's good. Hey, I just found another story that my Canadians will be interested in, but I want to finish this out though. So what do you guys think of that? I granted, if it was my baby, yeah, lock her up and throw away the key. But I just don't think that. All right, if you lock her away for the rest of her life, what good's it gonna do? You're not punishing her because she doesn't really understand what she did wrong. And I don't know the child. Obviously, I don't. But I can't believe that a 10-year-old wouldn't try to cover it up. I believe that story. And I don't know. I just do. And I think charging her as an adult, like she fully understands what she did, is not going to matter. I'm live, by the way. Ow.
Oh, good friend.
I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Lucia. I just don't think that it's right at all.
Gotcha.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Ah. All right. So, kids are not able to think ahead to concert. I agree with that. Hey, Johnny. The boy in New Hampshire shot and killed his parents. They had adopted him and his twin brother. Wow.
Is that Johnny Cochran?
No. Why was she unsupervised? Johnny Cochran's dead. Why was she unsupervised long enough for this to happen? I don't know. Don't think trying a 10-year-old as an adult would be fair because of medical. But, you know, the point, that's the problem with Wisconsin. Wisconsin doesn't care. They try everybody as a fucking adult. They just don't care. Canada here, too. You practically get a medal for beheading someone here. So I just pulled up an article. What's the Canada highway murders? If a child steals something from a store, there are consequences. Stealing something from a store, but they also cover shit up. Kids cover stuff up when they don't want to get caught.
I agree, Mar. For every action, there are consequences, no matter whether they be good ones or bad ones.
Tell them, Steve.
Yeah, the Canada highway murders. This is from today. So I'm wondering if my Canadians know what it is.
Yeah, it's about people in an RV that were traveling and got tangled up in some mischief. And
Elbow did it.
Yeah.
He's right, though.
It's all Elmo's fault.
He's right.
Who's right?
You.
I told you, Laura. I told you, Laura, about my troops out here and all the cases.
In your vault.
Old cases, my vaults, my file cabinets. I mean, I tell everybody I go deep, and it's no joke. It's hashtag Wog Goes Deep. I know everything about everything when it comes most. I'm not going to go on the limb and say I know everything, okay? But I know a lot with these cases, these crime cases, okay? And that's why I'm going to turn a lot of heads out here.
Irrelevant me, we don't know. Like I said, I got it like 5 minutes before I went live. Mars says deeper. 18 and 19-year-olds. Is that what it was? All right, so let me play the story. This is brand new.
I know the story already, honey.
It's 2 minutes. Well, I'm glad you do, because not all of us do. All right, check it out.
Embrace a tender kiss. Young lovers whose idyllic romance was about to end in tragedy. 36 hours after they were captured on this surveillance video, the bodies of China Deese of Charlotte, North Carolina, and her boyfriend Lucas Fowler were found on a remote stretch of the Alaska Highway, 200 miles from the gas station where they made their last known pit stop. The just-released surveillance video shows the pair pulling into the gas station in Fort Nelson, British Columbia. The time, 7:30 p.m. Saturday,
Shut
July
up,
13th.
Marty.
23-year-old China cleans the windows of their Chevy truck with a squeegee, while 24-year-old Lucas pumps gas. Then comes the poignant moment when the two lovebirds hug and kiss. Lucas's grief-stricken father, Stephen, spoke about his son's romance.
They were a great pair, and they fell in love.
They were both seasoned travelers who met on vacation in Croatia in 2017.
Right, Mar?
She was his first serious girlfriend, and they traveled all over the world together, even though they lived 10,000 miles apart. Lucas is Australian.
They became an inseparable pair. You know, it's a love story that's ended tragically. It really is. It's the worst ever love story.
Reporter Ashley Mullaney of 7 News Australia is covering the story in British Columbia.
Lucas had been working at a cattle ranch here and hoped to show China the area that he was working. She was still living with family in North Carolina, but from what we've been told, they were desperate to get back together and live in the same city. They were just so in love.
Now, 2 missing teenagers have been named as suspects in the murders. 19-year-old Cam McLeod and 18-year-old Briar Schmilgelski are both 6 foot 4 inches tall.
If you spot Briar or Cam, consider them dangerous. Do not approach. Take no action and call immediately 911.
So has anyone heard of this? This like just happened today.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Says Saturday, July 13th. Well, the story just came out today, I should say. They had car trouble. They were both shot and killed. July 15th, Deese's and Fowler's bodies were found in a ditch not far from their van, which a witness told CTV had its windows blown out. He had no shoes. The young lady had one. Police in Fowler's hometown echoed Pierre's assessment of the scene. The bodies... I did that already. I'm going backwards. That's crazy, though.
It's crazy.
Comment by the father of one of the guys was pathetic. Why would they say? Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Quit trying to put that stuff up your nose.
I know, right? He blames me for it.
Pickles?
So have they caught these guys?
Well, I know where those kids are at. I can't really get... Once you want to go ahead and post the title of doing this debate, I'll tell you where the kids are.
I bet you will. Yeah, Telko, you're right. It is 3, Dad. There was a 64-year-old man that they killed.
There you go. Who said that? There you go.
That's so terrible, though.
So it's very unfortunate.
2 teens missing in the same region where the road tripping couple were found dead? Is that the 2 kids?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, Manitoba was a lot of woods and everything. They probably just ducked into the woods.
That's sad. They think a general area, but they are on the run. They've been on the run for a few weeks. Gray's been covering this story. Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's been out in it. I don't know where you've been, Laura. I mean, got to be on top of these things. Now, what's going on. Luckily, Steve's
I don't
here.
have time.
All you have to do is ask me. I've got all the intel. I've got the paperwork on this, and you don't ask.
You're supposed to just offer and give it to me. You say, hey, guess what I found today? Just like I said to you, guess what I found today?
If he wanted to go into crime drama, would you give him all your information?
I did give him some today.
Steve, it's more exciting watching her stumble across this shit because she gets animated and her energy and her arms start. It's like, you're right. That's what we wait for, man.
So dead. Yeah, there was an attack that would lead investigators to the body of a 64-year-old Leonard Dyke, hundreds of miles away, and on a hunt for 2 teens that they fear responsible for the killing spree. Now, okay, so they're 18 and 19. They should be charged as an adult and spend the rest of their lives in jail. That's a given.
Yes.
Wigs versus Wogs.
They should be fried.
You talking to me, Ozzy? What? Wazzy, I'm lost.
I think he is too.
We're lost, Ozzy.
They released this in Canada. I didn't see anything. No life here? What does that mean, Litmus? Then we got max 20 years. Oh, no life in jail. I got you. Really?
So,
they don't have life in... No, that's not true, because Paul Bernard is doing life. Or unless he's doing like 90 years, well, he's going to be dead anyway. I don't think they'll come out alive.
That's like Colorado has no life or no death penalty.
Nobody's got death penalty anymore.
Huh?
Nobody's got death. Well, California got rid of the death penalty.
Texas has got it.
Alabama's got it.
Use it.
It's all catch and release out here, man.
Yeah, but Paul Bernard is doing life, isn't he? He'll never see sunlight again.
Yeah, he's pretty much done for. He hung himself.
A few days ago, not today, me and the other Aussies were discussing the killing of the Aussie guy in Canada. I remember I talk in circles because of the dyslexia. I love you, Ozzy. Wouldn't be the same without you. No, not like the U.S. Really? I didn't know that. New York teen solves Rubik's Cube with feet. Natural born killer style. Colorado does too. Chris Watts was looking at death. Yeah, that's true. Colorado does. Chris Watts was looking at death. I know, irrelevant me. That's a sick... I don't even get that. The law die, you don't know about Canadian legal system. Life is minus 20 or 25 years on parole. But I thought Paul Bernard is never getting out of jail. I thought he's never going to see the light of day. And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But that's what I thought. Chat looks wrong. I'm behind 10 minutes. What is the 10-year-old name? Oh. We don't know the 10-year-old's name. They never gave it out.
They won't either because of confidentiality of a minor.
You know what, Steve, would be some quality content right now?
What's that?
Watching Laura work a Rubik's Cube for the next 45 minutes.
You think?
Yeah,
what if I can solve it? You know how I'd solve it? I pull off the stickers.
Nah, we just got to see you work there and just take, just work the fuck out of that Rubik's Cube right now. 45 minutes, no talking. Just work it.
Bernardo will never get out. That's what I'm saying, Kat. That Bernard will never get out. I believe Bernardo is locked up for life. His in Kingston Pen with his buddy Colonel Russell Peterson. Another Peterson. Absolutely, Jill. You're always welcome.
Is that Jilly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Jilly?
I toss it out the window. But special circumstance for Bernardo. He's stuck in his jail cell 23 hours a day. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying that it's normal life, but I know that he's never going to see the light of day. Oh, what a waste of a life, too. Hey, Winky. He looks so innocent. Like, so innocent.
Everybody's innocent with you in your eyes, I see.
Paul Bernardo looks like the Ken doll. Like, he looks like you didn't know he was like a psycho rapist killer.
That's why he looks, but that's why he looks.
What do looks have to do with it? He can be the ugliest looking son of a bitch on the earth, face of the earth, and be the nicest guy going.
Hey, D.
And you could be the best looking guy on the face of the earth and be a serial killer.
All right, let me ask you a question then, Steve. If you found out that I kidnap women, I raped them, I held one in my basement in a torture chamber with children, also tortured, would you think about it from my looks that that's the type of person I would be? Whiskey, don't answer.
Hell no. From your looks, no way.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You're saying, well, he looks like this. Looks has got nothing to do with the case. If he did it, he did it. Whether he looks as a good-looking guy or a bad look or an ugly sucker, the hell with him. They did it. They get sentenced. They get life in jail. They get fried, whatever. The hell with them.
Thank you, Supercell. Well, I have to teach her right. Stamp it like you mean it.
She's referring to his appearance. Ken doll look like this guy could never even throw a fucking hammer,
Tina said hi, Wogs.
Tina Justina. Hi, Tina Justina.
Why do you have your camera off?
Guys, doing fucking push-ups while I'm talking to you guys.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I just did 63.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right. So you guys want to talk about anything we've talked about to date? Like, so far?
Hi, Stevie.
I call BS, Wogs. That's what Irrelevant Me said.
BS about what?
You doing sit-ups. Push-ups.
The push-ups?
Yeah.
I just finished them. I'm
okay.
Right now.
You know what he's using to push himself up off the floor, don't you?
Dorito bag?
It ain't his hand.
Hey, Sue Soul Sister.
Hi, Soul Sister.
Sue Soul Sister. Someone started, someone's got a new fan. You would find a Russell Williams story very interesting. Ton, you guys are going to love the story I'm working on. You really are. You're going to absolutely love it.
I don't know what it is. Don't tell us that.
I already told you.
He don't remember half of what people tell him.
This is true. That's very true.
What did Steve say?
Nothing? Steve, can you do push-ups?
With
I
what?
can't. Can you do push-ups?
Yeah.
Psh, psh. Laura, what fan? Oh, you were there. Sue Soul Sister, you commented. Bye, Ozzy.
Hey, Oz.
Hi, Ozzy.
Jackie wants to know how the ant situation is.
Ants are gone. I haven't seen them. That ain't worked.
Hi to everyone I'm missing. Sue, did you or did you not comment on... Yes, TT. Correct. And that's not Tatas.
She's a sick bitch anyways.
It's not Tatas.
Did you see his comment, Steve?
See whose comment?
On Truthfully Trish's page video?
No.
You have to go there and look. Hey, Beth.
No, Mark. That's pickups. That's pickups. That's not push-ups.
Someone opened a door, and now she's in love. It's all Wags' fault. It is all Wags' fault. I agree. Now she's gonna be stalking him.
What?
TT.
Goddamn, I guess a lot to say hi to anybody anymore, isn't it? This country's gone to hell.
And you know what? It's not wrong to pick on you for it either. End of story.
Oh, I always get picked on. I'm used to it. Right, Steve?
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
There was a couple videos that were put out that he was mentioned as being a little bit flighty. And I was going to say something. I says, nope. Let it ride. It'll go away.
You just let those videos ride, dude. We're high point. I'm high point. Let it ride. Let it ride, baby.
Capone says first Mama Bear, now TT.
Well, Mama Bear is just something real sexy about her. I don't know what it is, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't given up on her, and I don't know if I ever will.
Give me 5 minutes to try not to die. Hey, Ziggy. The Shaggin' Wagon needs a mate called the Purple Passion Wagon. I'm telling you, I'm going to have a sick RV.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I am.
Steve,
I'll get one.
Too.
Huh?
I said, Steve, you're more than welcome to come over here, dude. I'm going to go down to the nearest Salvation Army and pick up a shitload of 1980s TV guides for you. I got a chair for you. You can smoke, ashtray, TV guides. You're good. It'd be like home.
Daisy, I'm getting there next.
Can I smack him in the head?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Laura would love it. Why don't you just scoot back in that chair?
I'm gonna have Sean smack him tomorrow because he's gonna be right next to him. I just give him a good whack. That's it.
Scoot back in that chair a little bit.
Oh, it's me or Steve?
You. There, I couldn't see you. Now I can see you. Shit.
All right. I just sent a friend request on Steam. Sweet D. I love you too, Winky. No, it's Dan.
I want to say hi to Winky and Dee Dee.
They're there. Hey, Num.
I want to thank Stephanie S. and Winky and Dee Dee for all being Team WOG. I appreciate it.
Stephanie S. is not Team WOG.
I'm just saying, I don't have a lot of people on my side. And it's good to have a few honest, genuine, talented, educated.
Emo, what's my turn?
This is my PJs, by the way. I shit you not. Borax pie. Just use peppermint oil. But he doesn't listen. He's so stubborn. He doesn't listen.
Yeah, if you put peppermint... You put little peppermint plants in your house, mice go away too. And spiders.
I gotta get me a plant.
You forgot Tina again.
Huh?
You forgot Tina again.
I said hi, Tina. Just Tina.
She said, damn it, Laura, look, he forgot me.
Tina, I said hi, Tina, just Tina. It's Tina, hi, Tina, it's just Tina.
All right. Now we'll get into the good stuff. That was like the prelude.
Did you say quaalude?
Quaaludes.
Okay.
So, Daisy, do you want to come up? Since you said you had a lot of ghost stories.
Come on up, Daisy Dukes.
Because I was watching... The reason why I added paranormal to it, because I was watching some really interesting videos today. And this guy bought an abandoned mansion, and his kids are looking at him like, Dad, there's no way. I'm not living in there. But he's this really big YouTuber who made an entire channel by shooting guns. Don't ask. I don't get it. But he bought this really big haunted mansion. And I'm sitting, and like his sponsors are paying to get it redone. But he saved a lot of money. It obviously cost him a lot of money, but it's totally gutted. I would never, ever live in a mansion like that. Ever. I don't care what it costs. Fuck no, I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd have
Definitely
your microphone hanging there, your desk there. You'd go for it.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm new to most of these. Daisy, that's okay. Do you want to come up? Turn on my lights. Here we go. Some creepy ambiance. Now you gotta light some candles. I love haunted places. Like, so I saw this one that it was an abandoned mansion or abandoned house, and they left like cars, and they left like a vintage Corvette and a vintage Mercedes, and I'm like, this can't be real. But you can tell like nothing was touched. And when you start going through the house, you start looking and you're like, wow, that's kind of weird. Like everything's a mess, but they say that it's not staged. But my question is, where are the roaches? Where are the bugs? There's food sitting in the sink for like ever. How do you not have roaches? Like there would be roaches everywhere. So that's when I started thinking these places are all staged. All these fucking videos are staged. So I wanted to know if anybody had an experience with that. Because to me, if you have food and shit that's been sitting in there where to the point you can't even open the fridge, do you know how many bugs are going to be in there? Especially when there's no heat, there's no cold, there's no nothing. So I'm just not buying a lot of these videos. You don't know how.
An orchid mansion.
but what you're not looking at here, Laura. Okay, I'm gonna be brief, succinct, and to the point. What you're not looking at, you just said you're not bought on any of those videos.
I said I'm not buying.
So here you come, investigating, looking at them, doing your own homework. You are fucking bought, paid, and sold, honey. That's all they want. That's all they want is people like you. Talk about it. Yeah, it's all about angles. Remember that. It's angles. You got to look at them angles. Those dark angles, hidden angles. You're bought, paid. Done. It's fucking done. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? No, there would be more bugs in these houses. If these are really like abandoned houses and they're just walking in for the first time, there would be roaches scattered. There would be spiders. There would be ants. There would be tons of bugs. Is Wags a salesman? Wags is an ex-salesman, so yes.
Not necessarily, Laura.
How do you figure?
How do I figure?
Yeah.
If there is no food source, they are not going to go in there. The rats and mice, maybe. But as far as bugs, there ain't no food. They ain't going in there.
But there was like food in the sink. There were like abandoned. Hey, Susan. They were like abandoned dishes and stuff. And like yucky food. I don't know.
Food?
Yucky food.
It wasn't good food. It was yucky.
It was yucky.
That's probably why there wasn't any bugs.
I watched a vlog on a family that lives in an RV, 2 adults and 9 fucking... Yeah, I saw that, Poppy. We're great.
Hey, Poppy J. I want to say hi to Poppy J. Hi, Poppy J.
And Laura, I absolutely agree with you that you can tell that really wasn't staged because of the cars. But when you go inside, like, where are the bugs? Why weren't those cars ever stolen? Like, that's what I just don't get. What state was the mansion in? I don't know, but I can tell you, the YouTuber who bought it, he has 3 channels. All of them have like over 7 million. One of them is called Demolition Ranch. Demolition Ranch, that's when he's shooting guns. I don't know what the other one is called. One of them is called Vet Ranch or something. But you can get to the new house. He just like posted it today. By Demolition Ranch. He's young. He's got 3 kids, married. Probably looks like he's in his 30s. But I mean, YouTube has definitely afforded him to buy any fucking toy he wants, and he plays it to the max. And he's got sponsors, and he seems like a fun guy. I'm not into guns like that. Hey, I think I did give a hello. There's Stephanie S.
Did she bring her pom-poms?
She's on my side.
She's always got her pom-poms.
Oh, okay.
Stephanie, do you want to come up? My brother and I explored an abandoned estate in Connecticut. No food, but loads of personal stuff. So they do exist for real. But that's what I'm saying. Why would people leave personal stuff? Why would people take some stuff and not all stuff? Like, I found out I was going to take Dayton there tonight and film from it, but I chickened out. There's a haunted, like, swing set right across the street from a cemetery, not too far from here, but I totally chickened out. I was like, I can't do this alone.
A New Yorker like yourself chickened out?
Uh-huh.
You mean you wouldn't go out there, throw your clogs on, and go do some work for quality content?
Not by myself.
Quality content.
You won't even get on a fucking plane, so don't even start.
That isn't quality content. But looking at a haunted mansion, that's quality content.
Stephanie, download Zoom on your app. Thank you, Rhonda.
You hard woman, and you didn't go over there. Speaks volumes now. She's
a
kicking
really
out,
softie.
everybody.
Yes, that's it, D. Off the ranch. Thank you. That was it. This dude has so many toys. And he just has fun with it. I believe people go weird on a full moon. Is there a full moon, Jackie? But that's it, D. It's off the ranch.
Yeah,
and then it's so stupid, though. Like, his demolition ranch, all he does is shoot guns. He's got 7 million fucking subs shooting guns. Boys and their toys, exactly right. But you know what it is, Rhonda, with him personally? You can see how much fun he's having with everything he buys. Like, he's not a dick about it. He's just really, he's fun to watch.
Fun guy.
Hi, I'm thinking that won't work out, Dee Dee. Ziggy, sorry. Oh. Steve, you're good friends with my tiger kitty, right? Stephanie, let me know when you download Zoom and I'll send you the number. A YouTuber bought the town of Hell, Michigan, and is changing the name to Gay Hell. Good for him. I have many ghost stories, but I'm on vacation with the family. Do you remember the pictures I sent? Yes, I do. I'm not looking at any more pictures from you, Winky. It freaked me out. I still see it. I still see that image. Hey, Leanne. Steve makes me smoke. Yeah. Steve makes me want to smoke. Hey, Danap.
So don't look. Shut my camera off.
Be fucking with Steve now, Laura.
Excuse me? At least I can see Steve.
I'm almost done here with my workout. Yep.
I bet you are. Dodge that bullet. Didn't want to intro myself. I am on my other channel because my main is still blocked. What do you mean your main is still blocked?
Lord, be blocking over here and shit.
Can you ask if anyone has ever had a good cohabitation experience with any unseen housemates, as I refer to them? Yes. She's not here right now, but one of my Patreons, lives in a house that actually has a room that has a ghost in it. And someone was murdered there. She told the whole story on the last video that we did like this. So hopefully she'll come in. But yeah, she totally lives in a house that's very old, and somebody was murdered in this room. And her husband will not go in the room at all. Italian girl is who it is. I don't remember the whole story, but every time she comes on live and I'm like, are you in that room? Like, that's like her getaway room. She said that she knows somebody's there. She can feel the presence. But nothing's ever been bad. But her husband won't go in this room. Her husband stays away from it. And it was a pretty interesting story. I was like, I wouldn't live there. Oh, hell no. She is so sweet. Other than that, I think I lived with I know I lived with a ghost. I was scared. Stacy, you were there. Our spirit leaves our body when we pass away. That is correct. And I only know that from when seeing my dad die. His whole face changed within seconds. How about this? I lived in a house where there were 9 deaths while I lived there and many before I lived there. That's insane. Lived in several over the years. Currently as a little girl, about 5 or 6. I just moved here last year and she's very shy. Damn.
Damn.
I have not felt a presence in a place that I'm living in a couple of years. I'm working on getting my tablet for my daughter, and then I'm going to download the app. I'm just curious, is there still a debate? Or are we talking about paranormal stories? Both.
Everything.
Everything.
Except drama.
Yeah, everything except drama. No drama. I had some brutal Ouija experience. I've never had a good Ouija experience, ever. We're sitting outside fixing to use a spirit board at midnight. Fun times. Sweet. Lots of spooks here. So does anyone want to come up and share? I was pinned down to the bed and a spirit was holding me down, and also my mom as well. Super frightening. I was awake when it occurred. Damn. I don't think I'd ever sleep alone. Do ghosts have drama too? I'm sure they do. It's a wing it kind of night. All topics except drama. There you go. I just seen you 1 or 2 nights ago somewhere else. I don't believe there's any real proof paranormal. Marty, you crazy? Just saying, amazing. Randy has been offering $1 million for any real proof and no one has claimed it yet. It was that same house where I took those photos. Oh, that was real winky. See, Marty, that's the thing, though. If you don't believe it, you may not experience it. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. But I definitely do believe in ghosts. My mom saw a ghost. She wouldn't lie. I believe our spirit is a soul. I agree with you. I remember I was in my first year of philosophy, and half the class left by the 3rd day. It was college class. And he said, like, why is a chair called a chair? Why is this desk called a desk? You know, why is this tangible? He was asking all these weird questions. Then he gets into the crux of it, and he says, do you guys know there's no such thing as God? There's no such thing as a soul. I said, all right, you got me on the God part. I agree there. I said, but I believe there is souls, and I believe in ghosts. There's no such thing. I said, yes, there is. And we argued the whole semester. Hey, Irish girl.
Yeah, what about angels?
What about angels?
What are your thoughts?
Angels are ghosts.
Do you think they're really ghosts?
Yes. Do I believe in, like, St. Michael and stuff like that? No.
Or are they spirits?
Spirits. Ghost, spirits, same thing.
So let me tell you a quick story.
Okay.
No bullshit, 100% truth. It just got me thinking of something. It
Okay.
doesn't really have to do with ghosts, but spirits. So my father died 4 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And he died like, I saw him, and then I told he was like barely hanging on at the hospital. But it was like it was a convalescent home. They put him there for like a hospice deal, but he was not going to make it long. Anyways, I saw him, and I said, Dad, I'm going to be back in about an hour. I'm going to go grab my kid and have him come see you, right? And get something to eat. Anyways, I come back an hour later, and he was gone. And so I went and called my mom. I told her. She came up, right? And she was just in a ball, just crying, you know, just hysterical. And I remember it was nighttime, and I couldn't find her, so I walked outside into the kind of patio area, and I saw her on a bench. And I saw this young, striking individual guy, good-looking kid, dark hair and a white T-shirt, and he had his arm around her. And I was going to go up there and say something, you know, like, but something stopped me, and I realized that he was praying for her. And so I let him pray for her. But the funny thing about it is I didn't see this kid anywhere, and I was there a few times that day. And then after he was done, I kind of milled around. I went back to talk to my mom, and I go, who was that? She goes, I don't know, just a young guy that wanted to pray for me. I said, well, where did he go? Because I don't see him. And he said he was going to the restroom. So I went into the restroom. You know, I was going to thank him for being there for my mom, a complete stranger, and he wasn't in the restroom. So I walked around both wings of the hospital. I couldn't find this kid anywhere. I went out in the parking lot. I couldn't find him anywhere. I don't know what that is, but that really tripped me out that night. It was like, it's like he was sent here to comfort my mom with my dad's passing. Anyways, it kind of gives me the chills thinking about it right now. Yeah, it was because I went straight to that bathroom and he wasn't in there. And then I walked around the facility, couldn't find him. And I know what he looked like because I saw him. I saw his arm around my mom. Anyways, it was an experience. That was like a spirit or something. I don't know. People probably think I'm crazy saying this, but I really felt something there.
I believe it. My dad died also 4 years ago. Actually, 2014, 4.5. And I told this story before, but I'll say it again. That me and my mom went to the hospice. He had passed, and I was like wondering why my dad didn't come to me. Like, why isn't he coming to me? And I was putting together a box for my mom with all my dad's stuff in it. And I had all the pictures of my house and everything. And you're talking like a huge tub of pictures, like one of those plastic tubs, huge, of every picture in the world of, you know, us growing up and everything. And I was looking at pictures and I'm pulling them out. I was a scrap box and I was pulling it out. And all of a sudden, something fell on the floor. And it was a little back of like a matchbook. And I didn't think twice of it. And then something in me was like, pick it up. And I picked it up and I turned it over. And it was my dad's writing from when he went into Vietnam. And it said something like, even though I'm not with you, I don't remember exactly, but something like, even though I'm not with you, just know that I'll always be here to watch over you. Like, it was like he just wrote it after he was dead. And to find this in this whole tub of pictures, and it just happened to fall on the floor. Like, my mom didn't even remember she had it. That this one little matchbox fell on the floor. I was like, that was Daddy. That was my dad.
Now, yeah, that is, sorry to hear about your dad, by the way, too.
Thank you.
But it's funny. I'm thinking about this and what you went through and what I went through in my experience, but it's almost like, listen, this is just a coincidence, right? This could be a coincidence that these things happen, but when you're in that state of mind, when your significant other or whoever, your dad or mother dies, and you're outside of your body, and these things could just be coincidence, but it's almost scary. Mm-hmm. It's almost like, how could this happen, right? And I never had an experience like that before, and I think about it to this day, just like I'm sure you think about yours. But and there's other people in this chat that have had experiences and feelings and different emotions when they lose somebody, but that was just so. It was so crazy. The kid and the kid to me looked like a 50s kid. Honestly, it looked like a kid with dark hair and looked like blue jeans and like a 50s kid. And I don't know, maybe my mind was just thinking this shit, but I know that I couldn't find him. I couldn't find him anywhere. It's like he disappeared.
Wow.
It was the Fonz.
Yeah, it was the Fonz.
I've never actually been near anyone while passing, but I totally believe it. Daisy, here's the thing. My dad was in hospice. He was in a nursing home for a couple of months. And he got to the point where he stopped eating. He couldn't talk or anything. And I would go, I wasn't worried. I actually quit my job at the time I was a big daddy's girl, to spend the last couple of, months that he had. My brother was in New York and my mom still had to work. And so she would come after work and I would be there during the day. And, when the kids were at school. And, I would try to talk to him and I would play his songs. And he loved Grover. And if the video I did for Father's Day, it's in there. Like, he just had his fixation with Grover. And he had this little Grover. And I put him in his hand. And, and he squeezed it like he knew what it was. He had Alzheimer's. And the only person that I really believe he remembered was my mom. And it hurt me that I don't think he remembered me, although my mom thinks he did, but I don't. But, I knew what he looked like the day he died. And my mom called me. It was like 10 o'clock at night on December 14th of 2014. And she said to me, the nursing home just called. He's gone. I'm coming to pick you up. So we went there. And we had just left like an hour prior. And I looked at him and like his whole body was caved in, like he was gone. And I'm like, Mom, look at that. She's like, Laura, I don't want to look at it too much. And I said, but just look at him, like he's not there. She's like, no, he's dead. I said, no, but he's just not there. Like his whole face sunk in. And it was like, you really look like he just, like something left his body. And I said, Ma, we just saw him an hour ago and he was full of life, to a certain extent. But his cheeks weren't sunken. I was like, when you die, something makes that happen. She's like, I thought you're not religious. So I'm not religious. I don't believe in God. But something made that happen. You don't just sink in. Like your body just doesn't, implode just because you're dead. Something has to leave your body to make you implode. That's always been my feeling. So I always believe in ghosts and that we do have a soul. I'm one of the few atheists that do believe in ghosts and believe we have a soul. But I've had experiences. My daughter Sage had a dream about my dad not too long ago. I have not. But she had a dream that they were talking and she was sitting there. She woke up crying. And she said, Mom, I felt like it was real. I said, Sage, it probably was real. And she's like, we were talking and he asked me how everyone was doing. And I said, it probably was real. And your granddaughter loves Grover. My dad loved Grover. He used to sing to me as a kid, G for Grover. He was infatuated with Grover.
As much as we know each other and don't know each other, I had no idea you were an atheist.
Really?
Nope. That's just noon fucking news to me right now.
Did we just break match over the top?
Yeah, we just did. We fucking matching up now. God damn. No, that's okay. I don't mind. Whatever. People are whatever they want to do. I just didn't know you were fucking... Why didn't I know that you were an atheist? I never heard you... It's like... Probably because the topic never came up.
You're an atheist?
Really, Dayton? Dayton, what's an atheist?
Someone that doesn't believe in any entities.
No, that's where you're wrong. I do believe in ghosts, and I do believe in spirits, and I do believe...
I'm not talking about spirits and ghosts. I'm talking about God.
God, I do not believe in. I do not believe that there's one almighty God that created the earth and created everything on the earth. It's a ridiculous theory. Now, at the same time, do I believe that everybody has their own spiritual guide? Yes. Do I believe that everyone may have their own God? Yes. Do I believe that everyone has their own higher spirit? Yes. Do I believe that there's one almighty God that, knows everything that's going on 24/7? No, it's a stupid theory. So that's where I'm different than a lot of atheists, though. More agnostic than atheist. I'm kind of like in between. And it was great to hear her speak to him, but a bittersweet situation.
Hey, Mom.
What?
It's an odd question, but when are you ever going to build me my PC?
Soon.
Like soon, shortly, or?
Do you have to know right now?
Yes.
Out.
Tell me.
Out.
What?
When you earn it.
When I earn it.
So how did everything absolutely get created? Evolution. God did not perform mountains. He didn't make these beautiful mountains. Evolution did that. Where did we come from? I have no idea. But we didn't come from Martians. We didn't come from aliens. And we didn't come from some almighty entity. Now, on the flip side of this, let me also say this, though. Do I believe, and this is putting it out there, and this is true, and I'll explain why. Do I believe that there may be a God in heaven that looks over heaven? Yes, I do. I do believe that. And the reason I say that is that I had this dream, and I was going through my custody fight. And I've had this dream before. Not with him, but with just the same type of dream. And I remember it like it was yesterday. But I was, I died or something, and I went to heaven. And God was standing there in this robe, and he was all white, and he kind of looked like, what you would think of as God. But he had a monk-like thing over, and he says, "Come here, my child." And that's all he kept saying was, "My child. Come here, my child. I want to show you something." And everything was white, and I'm looking around. I'm like, where am I? And he's like, "You're in heaven, my child." And I remember kept thinking, stop calling me my child. But he was like, "I want to show you something." And I said, "Okay." And we go over to this ledge of like an open pit. And there is my ex in totally naked, like suspended in midair. And he had long hair, and I could see his hair like flying upwards. And he's not going down and he's not going up. He's just kind of stagnant. And he's screaming at the top of his lungs. And God looked at me and he said, "My child, this is where he's going to be for eternity." And I said, "Well, wouldn't that be nice?" I'm like, "But do I have to hear his screams?" And he said, "No, my child, come with me. As soon as you walk away from the ledge, you will not hear those screams anymore." And I said, "So he's never going to heaven or hell?" "No, for the life he's led, he's going to stay right here for eternity." Okay. And I walk away. He's like, "And my child, welcome." And then I woke up. It was the fucking weirdest dream. So I do believe, and I've had this same vision about this God once I die. So I do believe that there may be like an almighty spirit to watch everyone who's dead. But I don't believe that he created heaven, earth, and all that kind of shit. That's the difference. Heaven and hell. That's not true. Heaven and hell only exist as a God. But you also have to look at it as if there's a God to watch the heaven, there might be a devil to watch the hell. But this vision of my ex in this purgatory suspended state, just screaming, I can still hear the screams, like no joke. And I kind of believe, I've had this dream about this "come here, my child" before, like 20 years ago. The same kind of similar situation, but it was different. But it was the same, "Come here, my child, come here, my child." So I do believe that there's something once you're dead, but I don't believe that he has anything to do with anything that happens on Earth, if that makes more sense. Last time I saw my mom in the hospital, middle of the night, snowstorm, alone there with the twins and Ariel, 8 months old. Mom kept telling me a bright light. She died that morning. See, As I said before, my grandfather died, and he came to see me. There is absolutely no other way I would have known he died that night unless he told me. I was in 8th grade, and I told this story last time. Thank you, Mac. My sis was here trying to introduce herself. Anyway, she got shy. She is here killing or cooking for us until I get better her name. Oh, Litmus is your sister? I was talking to her. Because when I'm talking, I'm looking right into camera. I'm not watching chat. Yes, married till death do part and 10 children. 10 kids? That's a lot.
Hey, Mom. Do you want this back?
What?
You want this back?
No? Why?
Because it doesn't even work for my Xbox.
Why?
It hasn't, remember? Ever since we first plugged it in.
Such a nice mom. He doesn't talk to me all day. But when I'm live, now he wants to talk to me.
Not true.
Yes, it is true. Oh, you told me a Minecraft story. Not, hey, Mom, how are you? Nothing. Sometimes we make our own hell. That's true, Laura. My mom had cancer and was going through surgery. They had to stop her heart. My mom told me she saw the brightest light, then to a beautiful field. She said it was real as I'm typing this. I'm telling you, I do believe it. I have 9 siblings by same parents. God damn. I don't know how they did that.
They had fun.
Yeah, right? I think Earth is purgatory, and I think we keep coming back till we get it right. Oh, that was another thing. Someone asked me, as soon as I'm on the phone, they all got to ask me. Exactly. Someone asked me what our purpose in life is. I think that's individual for each person. I think my purpose in life is going to be different than Steve's purpose in life. I think Wags' purpose in life is going to be different than Soul Solstice's purpose in life. I think we're all here for a different reason. I don't think there's one umbrella reason of our purpose in life. In a lot of ways, I think I've accomplished some of my purpose in life. As many downfalls as I've had in life, and as many fucked up experiences as I've had, I am very proud of who I am. And the mistakes I made just made me a stronger person, made me a better person. And I think I've done a lot of good for a lot of people. So yeah, I've fulfilled some of my purpose in life. As long as I get these kids, where they should be. I'm cafeteria Catholic. I don't know what that means. We all have a purpose to be here. Remember the book, A Purpose-Driven Life. Tanya, I must have been a mess in my past life. I was a serial killer in my last life. I know I was. Hey, Litmus.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Fuck yes, that's a guarantee. 100%.
I was. I really think I was. I'm not
lying.
lying.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
Thanks. That's not nice.
What?
Meanie, that I was a serial killer, and you agree?
Well, I could disagree if you want me to.
You were a hooker.
A hooker?
Uh-huh.
I think I was a cat.
Nah. You were a used car salesman.
Oh, that's a used car salesman.
A past life, I was an old soul. My guess is Ted Bundy. No, I was Jack the Ripper. I am telling you, I was Jack the Ripper in one of my lives. I just know it. I've been told I was a bad nun in my past life. Oh my God. That's not good. But I really do. I think I was a rapist. I think I raped and killed a lot of people. A lot of women. I don't want to keep coming back once is enough. Whiskey was a preacher in his past life. Maybe. Son of a preacher man.
Son of a preacher man.
See, you know a song. We're agreement. All right, so along the Buddhist theory of reincarnation, though, I do believe in a lot of Zen Buddhism theories. But you know, everything is like tied together. Zen Buddhism, Scientology, philosophy. I don't want to get too much into it now, but the video I'm working on tomorrow takes a piece of philosophy from a philosopher. I don't want to give away his name, with a very famous quote. And the quote was all about, and you guys will hear it Sunday, Patreons will hear it tomorrow, but the quote is all about how we know right from wrong, and, you know, there's darkness in us, and that darkness can, as long as you have a good moral compass, then you'll be able to see the light, and the light in you will take over the dark. That's the exact same theory as Scientology. It's the exact same theory as Catholicism. It's the exact same theory as Judaism. It's the exact same theory as all of it. And Zen Buddhism, you know, mind over matter. Dark, light will, dark, yin and yang, good, evil. And it was just, I'm intertwining it into the video tomorrow. But one of the reasons why I'm intertwining it is it just makes you realize that as different as all religions are, they're exactly the same. It's the same fucking premise. My point was Zen Buddhism. There's a lot of things in Zen Buddhism, I believe. There's also a lot of things in Scientology that I believe. Scientology as a religion is whacked. Scientology as a whole is fucking whacked. But the premise of Scientology is something I believe in, and that is it's mind over matter. You have the power to change anything in your life. You make your own fate. You cause your own destiny. And every single thing that you do in life can change. So why did I walk through that door today? Maybe if I don't walk through that door, I won't get to where I need to be. Maybe if I go this route, I should have gone this route, because then I wouldn't have gotten hit by a car. All those decisions, you have the power to make. That's the premise of Scientology. All the other bullshit, that's all other bullshit. All the money, it's cult, all that, all bullshit. But the deep premise of Scientology is what I just said. It's the same thing as Zen Buddhism.
Fallen creation. Look it up.
I'm not buying into Scientology any more than anything else. Doesn't apply to illness. Kind of does if you take care of yourself, you eat right, you live healthy, you are prone to get sick less. Does that mean that you can never come down with cancer? Of course not. Does that mean you're going to die old? Of course not. Anything can happen. But if you just live your life a certain way, you are going to be healthier. If you smoke, drink, snort coke, shoot dope, smoke pot while you're shooting dope, and eat junk food all day, you're probably going to die earlier. So, Laura, when you die, do you want to be cremated? No.
Can you check in with Steve? Is he still awake?
Steve, are you alive?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe it's good to believe in something. I agree with that, Jackie. Is a cult, it is only a religion for tax write-offs. It's 100% a cult. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying the premise of Scientology. Super so true, but I notice many Christians respect each other for most human beings. Older lady here died at 97. She ate junk food and she killed me. It saddens me at how much we hurt God. And then, like my ex-husband said, what is God? Good, orderly direction. That's it. Because worry about hurting yourself, not about God. Don't worry about hurting a being. Worry about hurting yourself. Once in philosophy, I had to write a paper on creation versus evolution. This was many moons ago. What if God gave us pot and the government society made us believe it was bad long ago? It was effective medicine. Well, it's back now. I've experienced deja vu a few times. We are all searching for something. Some think it's material goods or trips abroad, etc. I believe that happiness is within. Absolutely, Jackie. Happiness is within. I've met people, I've dated people who had tons of money. They were not happy. And one of them even said to me a long time ago, I could have all the money in the world. If I don't have somebody to spend it with, what's the point? And I don't know whatever happened to him today, but it's true. There's many rich people that are very sad. And there's very poor people that are very happy. People were saved on 9/11 because they had to go to the bathroom. Our days on earth are numbered. See, I hate when people think like that. And that, even if you want to think like that, Jackie, and that's fine, your days on earth could be numbered, so make every day the best that it can be. One time when I was maybe 12, I've had no idea about the topic. So a day trip to Prague won't make you happy. Not really. I want to go to Paris. There's a lot of things I still want to do, but there's a lot of things I've done already. I've done a lot more than most. Before I had kids. What is spirit made from or evolved from? Pumpkin, I can't answer that. I don't know. Paris too hot right now. I mean, people could ask me that, but then you go into baby making. Like, I joke around with the kids all the time. Like, I made you guys. I made your arm. I made your cell. I made your body. Don't ask me how, but I did. You know, every part, every body part, every cell, every heart, everything that happens inside you, I made. How? I don't know. Do I believe God does it? No. But where it came from, I don't know. Because the woman's body is just that fantastic and that amazing, and we just have the ability to create. That's what makes us better than men.
Women are pretty fantastic in my book.
I'm not sure how I feel about medicinal pot is safe. I mean, it's coming from government. That's... God is a creator of all. And Pumpkin, I respect your opinion. The hell was that?
Okay.
No, that was Wogs. Sound like Wogs got attacked by a ghost. Yes, I've been close to death a few times. I guess I'm here for a reason. I mean, but then you go into the little things like, this happened because of this. Like, I was in a near-death car accident in 95. And I had my laundry bag that I was just too lazy to bring up the steps. And I was like, I'll do it after work. And I kept the laundry bag there. If that laundry bag hadn't have been there, I'd be dead right now. Absolutely dead. I would have gone flying out the other window. But that laundry bag saved my life. So, you know, was it some twist of fate that I was too, that I was too lazy? And that's why it was there? Was it subconscious, or was it just a coincidence? Who knows? My ex tried to kill me, and I believe God spared me. See? There you go. And that's okay. I'm not saying you carried your children but did not make your children, their cells, their DNA. No, that takes two, me and their dad. But, you know, I'm not saying anything against anyone who does believe in God, and everyone's entitled to their own views. That's what makes the world go round. My son was naughty. He would say, make me, so I would give him the story of how I made him. Well, mommy loved daddy, and then we made you, and would always shut up. I would smoke pot. I grew over the government pot. Laura, you have a kindness in your heart and a good soul. Hope that does not insult you. Why would that insult me? Thank you. That's because some people say I'm mean.
You are.
Everyone, when you type that, what is the meaning of life? Atheists get insulted by... Oh, not at all. Because you know what it is, Limus? I'm not one of these atheists that started as an adult and went to church my whole life. I started at 13. I was like 12 when I started questioning religion. And my parents, being the amazing parents that they are, supported me. And, you know, they said just make a decision based on knowledge. Don't make it a rash decision. But I would question everything and nothing made sense. And I had friends that were Catholic and, you know, Protestant and Lutheran, because I grew up in New York City, and Buddhist and, you know, Muslim and all these different friends. And they all believed pretty much in the same thing, but differently. And they all had different things to pull from it. So I started questioning it. So this just doesn't make sense to me. I you know, started asking my mom and my dad, like, you know, all these different questions. So they started buying me books, and they started buying me books on religion, and I would read all these different books on religion to see like what was real and what wasn't. So they finally allowed me to, one day I sat down with them at dinner and I said, look, I don't believe in religion anymore. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in religion. And my dad looked at me and he took my hand. He said, not a problem, honey. We will support whatever decision you make. You're still coming with us to temple. You're still going to church when you need to. I said, that's fine. So then, you know, my brother's wedding? No, it wasn't my brother's wedding. Somebody's christening or something. I think it was my cousin's kid's christening. And I remember going in there and, you know, I was sitting next to my dad and I was like, Dad, I'm melting. And I started getting him to make it a joke. And we would have fun every time we had to go to church or temple or anywhere. So, but they did. They supported me. I support my kids. I would never force religion down their throat or, you know, or God or anything. And it's an individual choice. Could I change my mind one day? Of course I could. But I'm 48 now. I don't think I'm changing my mind anytime in the near future. Yeah, I would never force to believe. All my kids believe in God. They know I don't. My daughter always wants to go to church with her friends. Have fun. Go. I don't care. You know, she'll go to church with her friend Zoe on, you know, Sundays. Go. Have fun. They all believe, except my son. Phoenix doesn't believe in it. Phoenix is like me. But I've never told them not to believe in something. I've always supported them the way my parents supported me. And, you know, I don't think, looking at how they're growing up and, you know, what great kids they are, I believe that kids should make their own decisions. They shouldn't be brainwashed, you know, and they certainly shouldn't believe it just because what I believe, because who am I? It's just my opinion. I may be wrong. So they were like really good at, you know, making their own decisions when it comes to stuff like that. And they all believe, 2 of them out of 3 believe in God. We were expected, not forced, to go to church. Our parents were good that way. That is also good that you support them in their journey. Absolutely. Whatever journey they choose, if one wanted to become a priest, I would support it. If one wanted to become, you know, she wanted to become a nun, I'd support it. Because that's what it's all about. I mean, you have kids, you got to support them in their decisions, even if they don't agree with you. God have us free will. You believe if you choose, no one should be forced. Absolutely nobody should be forced at all. Nobody should be forced in anything, especially kids. I believe in a higher being. I just don't believe in an almighty. I believe that everybody has their own faith, their own higher power. Isn't Sage going to be done until she's 35? Damn right she is, Dee Dee. She absolutely is. It's all about free will. Free Willy. But you know, that's what it is. As long as they make good decisions in life, I'm okay with whatever they choose. And I really believe that my parents allowing me the freedom to make my mistakes and to believe what I want, but be there to help me at the end of the day, really helped me become who I am in a lot of ways, and helped me come back from the dark side very easily. You know what I mean? My son is, see? In all fairness, Laura, you have said you have laughed at Sage for believing in God. Just saying that would be hurtful. She's not hurt by it, though. I do laugh at her, but I still support her decision. But you have to understand, too, that's the kind of relationship me and my kids have. Like, I'll laugh at them. They'll laugh at me. Why do you believe in a higher power? Because I believe that everyone has to believe in something greater than them to get them through bad times. It doesn't mean that you have to believe in an almighty that's one ghost covers the entire universe. But if you believe in something that's helping you, then there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Following blindly for anything is tough for me. I'm all about facts. I agree, Poppy. I asked the hospital for a minister to baptize them. Aw, Susan. Are you agnostic? Laura, do you think? I don't believe in God. I don't believe in organized religion at all whatsoever. I don't believe that there's one almighty. I kind of fit my own description. I'm not an atheist. I'm not agnostic. I'm somewhere in the middle because I do believe in ghosts. And there's no atheist or agnostic that believe in ghosts. My theories aren't based on science only. My theories are based on my own understanding and my own questions and my own knowledge. Probably didn't get away with it, but the apartment complex found they kicked me out. Oh. But I am going to shut this down. This is 2 hours. I am going to shut this down because I want to go back to working on this video, and I'm starving. I want to eat something. And it's 11 o'clock. So I am going to be doing more stuff on this channel because I have to build it up again. I asked Whiskey, are you an atheist? No, he is not. It's great that your parents encouraged. They did. As they encouraged independent thinking as long as I was working, as long as I was not doing it blindly. Like if I wanted to become a Satanist, they wanted to know why I wanted to become a Satanist. What facts do I have that Satanism is a good religion or a good path for me to follow? Like, we would talk every night at dinner and stuff. My daughter was too upset, so she doesn't remember it. Now she has a 3-year-old little girl. Aw. It's annoying. You really only get legal rights if you own a home. That's true. Wags is sleeping at the moment. He probably is sleeping. It was all those push-ups he did. First Steve falls asleep, then Wags falls asleep.
And Wobbs fell asleep before I did.
I don't know. I'd imagine he fell asleep. That'd be funny. He's probably talking to his new girlfriend, Trisha. I wonder why he's... Yeah, his mute's on. I don't know what he's doing. Thank my mother for bringing up with the good foundation. When I was old enough, I made my decision and lived my own life, but I will always thank her for what she did. It's exactly right. Santa sleeps. I know, right? He's writing her a song. Oh, Trisha? I think so. About how beautiful she sings. So good night, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming.
You done already?
Yeah. Oh, look who's awake. Look who came back.
Sorry, guys. Apologize. I had to do something.
More push-ups? More push-ups?
It was more push-ups. I'm done. I'm going to be hurting tomorrow, boy.
Well,
I did 440 of them.
People think that you were writing Trisha's song.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's not happening.
Pumpkin, Mr. No Drama thought he'd be cute and make a comment on Truthfully Trisha's video, and it's taken off. So now she's like loving him, sharing his videos, yeah. So, you see,
what are we doing? Are we doing a debate on
Sunday? I could change it to tomorrow.
Men and women, or what?
Yeah, are you gonna like show your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't listen there, Purple. when I have free time like I did right now, I could still hear you. I understand. I can jump into discussion, but it was free time to do my workout, and I don't want to give you a strike by having my T-shirt off. If my T-shirt were off, I'd hear it for fucking a month.
So just so you guys know, and Aries, you better get to a doctor. Just so you guys know, Sunday, we were going to do it tonight, but he thought something was coming up. So we're going to do it Sunday. We are basically doing the debate of why men are stupid and why women rule. You know, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So that will be on the other channel on Sunday. And it should be a good one.
Just a reminder, Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be going live with kind of like a premiere of what we're going to be doing on my channel.
Oh, are you? So Monday night?
Monday night at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. We are there.
Make sure you sub Steve up. We'll be there, buddy.
That's right. Be there with bells on. Wait, Brian got on camera with no shirt and Laura got no. I have no strikes on either channel. I'd like to keep it that way.
So I didn't take it off.
What, me?
I said me.
Oh.
I don't. You can take yours off. This is your channel. You can do what you want on your channel. I'm just saying that's why I did out of respect. I don't want you to get a strike.
Okay.
But if you want to take your shirt off right now, you can.
So yeah, Sunday night we need to support Steve. I'm sorry, Monday night we need to support Steve. I will make a I'll put it on my community page with a link to his channel. I'll put it on both channels, and that's it. What's Steve's channel? What's the channel called?
It's
post
just
it.
It's just me, Steve Tim.
Post something in the chat.
That would be a perfect opportunity if you wanted to take the shirt off. I wasn't asking you or demanding, but if you wanted to, it's your channel. I don't care. There you go.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna post a link. I was gonna say, why am I not subbed? But I realized it's because I'm on this channel. All right, here's his channel.
So again, there's no argument for me. I'm not going to complain about it. Like I said, this is your channel. You can do whatever you want.
It's Jugs for Justice, as DD just said.
Yes, Jugs for Justice. So if you want to, whatever you want to do, it's fine.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So I want to thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Steve's link is right there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Patreons, definitely look forward to this video tomorrow. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. You'll be like, oh my God, she's getting so good. And then everyone else, it'll be released on Sunday morning. And that's it. So,
all right, I want to say bye to chat too. Bye to Steve. Bye chat. Bye Steve.
Later, Wogs.
Bye, Steve.
Thanks for having me up here.
He wants you to hold his hand on Sunday, honey.
Who, me?
Yeah, he needs you to hold his hand.
It figures.
I will try and get to Wanda. I know she's taking a little break. I spoke to her this morning.
Thank you. I don't expect it to be real, what do you call it? Thrilling, but
that's okay.
We'll see how it goes.
I could like dance topless for you. That'll be exciting. That'll be like, make it exciting.
Yeah, it'd probably get me kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Wait. Hold on. Were you going to take your shirt off or not? Yes or no?
No, Steve's wife might get upset.